So I'm getting more done on this race car here. Motor's in. Carburetors I got on there. The carburetor linkage I gotta do something with. The rod attachment point is right there. And this is the rod that is in the car. And it's going to be too much of an angle. It's not going to work. So I'm going to have to do some changing around there. But right now I'm working on the scoop tray. And that's part of the tray that came with the motor. It was actually together with this piece here, and then there's an air filter that was sat in there, but I can't use that because the scoop has a tray in it. Oh, you can look in there. That tray needs to sit down on top of this tray, and it's got a seal around here, and then it also holds the hood scoop down when the front end slides on. The front end here is supposed to put pressure down on the lip of the scoop. Oh, excuse me. And that holds everything down. But right now it's about half an inch too low. I guess the motor that was in this car before was half an inch higher. So I want to get some. I'll just get some 1/2 by 1/2 square tube and just weld a perimeter around there, seal it up, and that should, well, it might even fill these holes in here, or most of them, and that should seal that scoop. But I've also been, I made a bracket to mount the dry sump tank. I got this bracket in here, just mounted to the motor plate. And it's a bit of a tight fit, a little close in here, but I can adjust these. I can turn the clamps, or loosen the clamps and turn this a little bit if I have to. But it's pretty close to the way it is now. So right now I'm just plumbing in this main hose here. It goes down to the dry sump pump and then up to the tank here. So I think I got a 45-degree fitting coming for that. I'm going to see if that's going to work a little bit better. And if I can get this hose out of the way of this fitting here. This is the coolant fitting, goes into the heads, it's one on each side. And then it's got a little manifold here that the coolant hoses go in. Basically that's all it is just that and a little rat hose. And the water pump just kind of circulates everything. I should pick this up. Where was that? Something fell. Oh well. Oh, there it is. So the other thing is the headers are too low. Hey Bubs, you're in the shop today, huh? Sunday afternoon. What you doing? You're a good girl. Yeah. The headers are too low. They don't fit the hole in the front end over there. So I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is just cut this section off here and just put a section that bends up and then chop it off, and then it'll just have a little bit of a bend there to get it to fit the hole. I think that's the easiest way, because I don't really want to build new headers. Well, I mean I do, but the customer doesn't want to build new headers. So but yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. Right now I'm just going to finish plumbing that. Oh, and the bolts that came, this setup came with the motor, and these bolts that are in here that go through to the aluminum block are only in the motor about maybe 1/4 inch, and that's not near enough to hold that and seal that. I don't even have gaskets in there right now. So I got to take all these spacers out. I'm going to trim them all off and bring that whole thing in. The belt doesn't line up anyway, so that'll bring that all in and line up that belt, and put a little more thread in the block to hold that thing in there. So I got to do that yet, but I guess I'll take this dry sump tank off now so that I can get at those bolts there. Take that off, get that all trimmed up now. I'm waiting for the tubing for this to make this. And I got a list of things that I need: oil pressure gauge adapter, race pack sensors and stuff. So it'll be a while yet. I ordered some fuel for it, so that'll be here in a week or so. So you know, by the time we get all this other stuff done, hopefully I got the fuel and we should be able to fire it up. But yeah, the transmission, the drive shaft, what a pain in the ass to put the drive shaft in this car. It's got titanium tunnels in it, and the tunnel and the drive shaft loop, and then it's got another, well, you can see it back there, another support tunnel that goes over the housing. All that has to be put onto the drive shaft before you put the drive shaft in, and it's a pain in the ass to get that in there, I'll tell you what. And the rear end has to be hanging, otherwise you can't get the rear E-joints bolted up. But it's in there. What else have I got going? I did a little work on the injector for the LS. I'm putting this on my LS motor this year. It's a hat injector that's converted to EFI. So it used to have a barrel valve here, you know, with the fuel line coming down, and then the fuel would get distributed through these nozzles. But what I did for the EFI, let me flip this over without scratching anything. I blocked off both outer holes here in the hat, and then so just basically the center one is going to be the throttle body now, and so that, yeah, just pretty much it. This is just going to act like a throttle body. And then I've got, the throttle position sensor is in here, and the wires run through this tube, and I'll just have to make a little slice back here to hook up to the wiring harness, pull the wires through. And then I've got two of these nozzles have jets in them for nitrous, and the other 6 are all just blanks. So I want to run a dry nitrous system through 2 of the jets in here for the nitrous. But I think that's going to work out pretty good. So I got that getting ready for the Chevelle, and I got some other stuff here. I got some coil relocation brackets. I'm going to relocate the coils. I got some longer plug wires, a plug wire set here so that I can run the plug wires to the coils. This is the idle air control motor. It's a remote motor that's going to fit somewhere in the intake manifold, because before it was on the throttle body. Well, now there's no throttle body, so I got to put it somewhere. So this will have to drill a hole in the manifold. That'll go in the manifold. This is the plate that sat the valley tray. That's the original one. I just polished it up. And then I got some chrome valve covers that are going to go on there. So it's going to look like a small block Chevy. So I got these adapters here for the valve covers with no wiring or anything showing. So it should look a lot cleaner. But yeah, that's all I got going here, so I'll carry on with this thing and download this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.